Sorry, it's it's very hot. Well, for New England, it's very hot. So I am covered in ice packs and a washcloth, and I have two fans going in case you're wondering what the interference is as far as the sound goes. So, howdy ho. My name is Julia. You guys know me, most of you guys are watching because I'm not famous. Not yet. So, I'm 36. I'll be 37 in July, the end of July, July 30th. Leo. I still haven't really figured out what to do with my life, which is kind of a situation. So, a friend of mine challenged me to make a YouTube video. So I'm making a YouTube video. Life has been challenging recently. Life is usually challenging for me. Well, I suppose if I still continue to make these, it will become apparent why. But I suppose all you need to know is that I am an effervescent personality who grew up in an emotional tundra, and from which I now have PTSD. I am a child survivor of sexual abuse, although I don't know, it could have been a one-time thing. I mean, it was before I was 2. I remembered it in February of 2008, but it's not, when a memory is that young, I have a psychologist, so he told me these things. When a memory is that young, you can't remember things the way that you would remember them as an adult. So I remembered with my body and in certain and emotional ways, but I knew that no force so powerful could be false. I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of baggage, and I have a lot of force, naturally. Sorry, it's so hot. I'm just wiping sweat off my face. So I have many gifts and some disadvantages. I don't really have if my life falls apart, I don't really have like a family to go back to. There's no one to like run to, there's nowhere to like, oh my god, my life has fallen apart, I'm gonna go live with my parents, how shameful. I mean, well, kind of. The house I grew up in is still around, and my mother still owns it. But she doesn't, we have fallen out. She's pretty mean, pretty awful, and it'd be one thing if I only had to forgive her for past wrongs, but unfortunately, she continues to be really hard to be around. Very triggering for me, and I don't deserve that. So sorry, readjusting the ice packs. Let's see, great loves, marijuana, This is my, hold on. Let's see the vaporizer there. I don't know. Marijuana, milk chocolate, stouts and porter beers, although not Guinness. More along the lines of the coffee, chocolate, stout, porter thing. I have a few, the beer that changed my life would be Bourbon County by Goose Island. Very limited allocation and selection there. If you ever get to try Bourbon County and you are a stout, you're a heavy beer person, you're a stout porter person, it is sipping. You sip it, you don't chug that shit. Which is good news because it's extremely expensive. But it's amazing. It changed. I didn't get into beer or get interested in beer until Bourbon County happened to me. It's one of those things that's like, who knew? Who knew a beer could be like that? I had no idea. My impression of a beer was either, something like Bud Light or Coors or PBR or some shit, some domestic crap. We make a lot of domestic crap here. You would not believe the array of varieties that Budweiser, especially Bud Light, come in. It's freaking staggering. But it's still the same crap. But, it's, oh God. Anyway, I don't drink Budweiser. If I'm going to drink crap, it's going to be like Narragansett or PBR. Rolling Rock is actually not bad. Or some of the Canadian beers like Molson. But, yeah, Bourbon County. Man. Oh, man. They sell those bottles like wine. If you ever get the chance, do it. If you're one of those beer people. I wasn't a beer person. I was working at Gordon's Liquors, because it's like 1 block from my house, and then I have friends there, and every time my life falls apart, i.e. I don't like working at a certain place, I quit and go work at Gordon's. And Gordon's is fun. Plus, it's got a lot of people in it that I guess you could say just make me really happy. It's a rough environment in a certain way, I guess, because you're seeing a lot of, serious alcoholics come in and buy their alcohol, and that's their liquor store, and they're killing themselves. But at the same time, it's the most incredible opportunity to be kind to someone, because people who buy alcohol, alcoholics, they need someone to be kind to them. And I'm not trying to change them, that's up to them. But I'm going to treat them like they're good, worthy people who are understandably trying to kill some of life's pain. And life can be very, very painful. And you can't judge these people because you don't know what their circumstances are. I just try to be kind to them, not judge them. In fact, I always say, judgment-free zone. Meanwhile, in my life, the IRS decided to levy my bank account for, I owe them like $1,003 or something like that. I didn't file in 2011 like an idiot because I thought that, because I was on unemployment and then I was really poor. I think I was afraid of the tax bill. And then after, the TurboTax thing that I use usually requires like last month's gross amount, something like that. It required something from last year. So like that was what I was used to using, right? So then the following year came and I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't have that number. So I didn't file for a few years. I don't know if I filed since. I know this is going to be fucking like shocking, but I don't know if I filed since 2011 and it's 2016. I used to file like clockwork. I've got my own stuff. I've got my own stuff, but now that my bank account is negative $995, it's a pretty clear indication that you can't fuck with the IRS. So I will not be fucking with the IRS in the future, and after I get over this hurdle, I am going to get a tax lawyer or something to resolve. Clearly doing nothing was not helping me. So, I got my personal shit. This video is all over the board, but, yeah. And shout out to my friend Tom, who's been such a really amazing support during the last few days. It was yesterday that I found out about my bank account, and I really went into like a spiral of anxiety. And I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital. I mean, I was in bad shape. Along with my therapist and my roommates, Tom has been there, and I'm so grateful. Thank you, Tom. The last 72 hours have not been easy, but I've been through a lot of hard stuff. A lot of hard stuff. Unfortunately. But I know that I have the resiliency to get through more. I love you guys. And to Willow Way, to Colleen, Sarah Duncan, all of you who I love so much. Ahmed. If I'm not mentioning you, I'm sorry. It's not because I don't cherish you. Did I mention Ashley? Anyway. And Erin, my newest warrior princess friend. Someday I'm going to go on a road trip and then meet you guys. You are so worth meeting. Bye now.